You're the one with the computer problems, remember?
Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Sports Buzz, and today I'm here with my friend Bobby, and we are going to talk about a new subject he thought about. Well, you can explain what it is. Go ahead.
Sure. Beginning in August of this year, 2013, Fox is going to launch a new sports network called Fox Sports 1, and it's going to have documentaries, sports specials, I think sporting events, anything sports, and along with that comes a new sports talk panel show hosted by Mr. Regis Philbin called Rush Hour, which will go up against ESPN around the Horn and Pardon the Interruption, and which is two of his favorite shows. So I figured this would be a good idea to talk about.
Yeah, basically, as I told you before, I was looking at the article, and I thought it was NBC Sports doing this, and it is Fox Sports, and I know Fox Sports originally had done something like this in the past. It failed miserably. It was good for a while. Then they had a whole bunch of outdoor sports and all this stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. Apparently, I was reading up on this. I got some notes here. Like you said, Regis is gonna have a show. I think that's gonna be interesting.
Yep, it's called Rush Hour. I don't know if I said that before. Yeah, Rush Hour.
I know we were talking before. You said that maybe Michael Strahan and Terry Bradshaw are gonna be guests or panelists.
Yeah, panelists, I think, because they were at the press conference with him when they announced the show, and he was there talking about it with the press, and they were sitting right beside him. And so I think they haven't announced. I don't think they're going to officially announce it till this afternoon, but they did announce it to the press. So I don't know why it's not considered announced yet, but
who knows? Who knows? So. As far as that goes, as far as like that show in particular, if that's the case, we'll see. I hope that they have some youth infusion for sure, because honestly, Terry Bradshaw, Michael Strahan, and Regis Philbin, that's it.
Well,
I mean, we'll see. But
I'm sure they're going to have a lot more segments than that. But this is just like the general outline of the show. But if you remember, Michael Strahan was hired to replace Regis on his Live with Kelly Ripa show. So that's who they brought in for a younger audience, and so far it's working because they've gotten high ratings. But if you remember, over the past 50 years, when Regis started his career in the 60s, he's been brought in by several networks to host specials and programs which have all reached critical acclaim and high ratings. He hosted America's Got Talent for NBC. He hosted ABC. He had Millionaire. He did WGN had Live with Regis and Kelly. So he saved a lot of networks. He's done that. He's filled in with Dick Clark when Dick Clark had his stroke before he died. For his New Year's Eve thing, that was high ratings too. I think that was one of the most highest rating Dick Clark with New Year's Eve shows. Yeah. So I think this will be pretty cool.
I don't know. Like I said, I think the show, if that shows how it's going to be, it's going to be good for not only him, but it's going to be good for Fox, and maybe, it's going to be good all around. I think nobody is going to take down ESPN or NBC, but, it's something. What I would hate to see though is, I know ESPN is very biased, especially now, towards LeBron James and Tim Tebow and the current day stuff. And you've got these teams, maybe like, for example, the Blackhawks here in Chicago, they're not getting a lot of national attention.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. I don't think this is their goal to bring down ESPN, or at least top it in the ratings for at least a long period of time. But I don't think that's going to happen. I just think they're not going to necessarily reach their goal. But Regis brings in high ratings. Regis is very charismatic, and there's a lot to be said for the older generation of TV personalities, because right now all that's here for the new generation is all a bunch of reality shows, and you got the Kardashians, and not a lot of professionally done TV shows, which is all Larry King and Regis and all the old guys, which something needs to be said because those seem to have been more successful than reality shows per se. So there's something that is well done there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think for sure, it's going to be a good change of pace because even if you watch, as far as the sports shows, if you watch Around the Horn, especially, you've got these guys with these young guys, relative young guys, and they are giving their own opinions, and I just think that sometimes they're very biased. That's my main point. I hope that this new network doesn't get biased, like ESPN.
I'm sure there's Fox always has, any network you go to has bias. And I'm sure, Fox as we know it nowadays already has bias, such as, CNN and all these other stations, but I'm sure that they will develop their own style of thinking, and, every network has bias, so you can't escape that. You gotta just be careful with what you watch.
Yeah.
And taking what you see and form your own opinion from that.
Yeah. Which a lot of people now don't. But another thing, upon looking at this, I had seen that the network itself is going to be similar to Oprah Winfrey's network.
Yeah, it's going to be 24-hour sports, just like CNN is 24-hour politics, Oprah is 24-hour Oprah, so.
Yeah. Also, I found out, just for anybody who's wondering, Fox is going to rebrand its Speed network, Speed TV. I think it's channel 408 or something on Comcast. They're going to do that. I think it's a good idea. I don't know what they're going to rebrand it as, but they're going to rebrand also their Fuel TV. So it's kind of a NASCAR fan base, and I know we've got a guy, Lance Moss, who we'll do a review later on. He's a big NASCAR fan. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good thing for the individual sports. One thing, and I don't know what you think about this. They're gonna carry the NASCAR races. They're gonna carry some MLB games. I saw some college sports, some soccer, which in the U.S. isn't really popular, but it's up there, I guess. And also the UFC. But as far as them, they got to get their own license. I don't know how that's gonna work because NASCAR has Fox, which, that's going to fit hand in hand. MLB, I mean, I guess it's going to work out okay, but.
Yeah, I'm sure they're working out deals as we speak to try and figure all that out. Either way, I'm sure it'll all be figured out by the time the deal is finalized.
Yeah, I mean,
by the time the shows are supposed to air.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what, let's say baseball, what individual teams are going to say, okay, we'll jump ship to what we're doing. Let's say, I don't know, maybe Colorado Rockies. I don't know what their network is. If they want to jump ship to that and go to Fox, that could be money. That's money right there for them.
Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting. Well, yeah. I mean, you got these teams.
It'll be cool.
You got in Chicago, these teams, for example, I know real fast, like Chicago does Comcast Sportsnet.
Yeah.
It's going to be,
they got
we'll see.
They got all the balls. What else does Comcast Sportsnet air? They are baseball. I know that. Are they known for anything else, really?
They've got, they do in Chicago here, and I think they've got Philadelphia, I think maybe Houston, I'm not sure, San Francisco. They've got a whole bunch. But I think they do the baseball games, they do the hockey games if there's any, they do basketball if any, and all this. And plus, they've got some good shows. It's gonna be interesting. For Comcast Sportsnet, I know has a show called Gas Money. It's like a trivia kind of game show.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's pretty cool.
I like it. We'll see what this new Fox show does or the Fox channel does to compete with that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, and I'm sure Regis, he's a brand himself, and he has a whole following himself. So I'm sure whoever I follow him. I've known him since I was 6. So anybody who follows Regis, anybody who follows sports will like the show. So it's a mixture. It's a mixed bag of everything.
Yeah, I'm also sure that Regis is going to have his trademark and his name marked all over this channel.
Oh yeah, that's what every channel, a channel finds somebody that's successful in their own right and tries to lend their name to the channel to help, boost ratings and boost the channel up.
Yeah. We'll see. Again, when you want to tell everybody, when does that air again?
I think it's early August. All I know is August 2013, and I think they said like August 17th, but I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah.
So keep checking out, keep following, Fox and sports, and you'll find out. But I'm sure it'll be interesting. I'm excited for it. He's excited for it.
Yeah,
and you should be too.
It's also one more thing. It's going to be interesting to see. I know because we got DirecTV. DirecTV and a lot of these networks don't carry each other's networks.
Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah, because DirecTV's gotten rid of like AMC and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
to see.
It's gonna. Yeah. So again, if you're wondering when this is going to come out, be sure to check with your provider. I know that's an issue sometimes. Yeah. So
yeah.
Is that it? We got here anything today?
Yep. That wraps it up. That's my final answer, as we just once said.
Nice millionaire reference. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for watching this episode of Sports Buzz. For Bobby, I'm Jason. Mess it up. It's gonna be good. Mess it up.
It should be good. Yes. Subscribe to my channel, Rkmloveshp, if you wish. Watch videos with my niece.
My channel has a lot of music reviews. I'm doing one today. We're doing the Beatles. This should be interesting.
Yes, the little White Album. So,
so please, guys, if you're interested in that, please subscribe. I know I've got some reviews coming up as far as music. I've got a rapper named Jet Gladstone. I've got some Mac Miller. I've got some Buck Cherry. I've got some a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll see. All right. Thank you for watching this episode of Sports Buzz. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.